Okay, people, it's African Rebel, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about BOS and CHOCH, break of structure and change of character, how to properly identify break of structure and change of character. So if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to hit the sub button. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button, say us your comment in the comment section, and let's get started. Alright, people, so first of all, this December I was not looking to create any content, alright, but this caught my attention and I want to use it to explain, break of structure and change of character to you guys, alright. This is a free discussion community on WhatsApp, so if you are yet to join this community, please hit the link in the description and join our free discussion community where we share daily trade ideas with one another, alright. So we had this VIX 75 setup yesterday, this particular setup. I'm going to go on the chat and explain it to you guys as well. I'm going to use it to explain, how to identify break of structure and then change of character. I'm going to use it to explain to you guys. So we had this setup on VIX 75 yesterday, and this was the final outcome. All right, this was the final outcome, like so. And we had some question coming. You can see on my DM, someone is still there asking me something about entry. That is about that particular trade. Also, we have someone here telling me, I don't understand. I don't understand the change of character over there. All right. Though someone tried to explain here, thanks to you. Let's hop on our chat so I can get to explain further. All right. So this is VIX 75 honest, and this is the 5 minute. All right. I put this red line because we cannot use the bar play on this trading view, so that you can see where I made the chart yesterday and how I looked at it. Now, first of all, I'm going to talk about the break of structure, right? I'm going to tell you guys how you can identify break of structure, a valid break of structure, or what you are supposed to note down. The criteria you're supposed to note down when looking at or when looking for a break of structure. Now, we started the market. I started the analysis from this end. We made the market here, right? But I started the analysis from this end. If I go back to the setup, you will see you can see that I started the analysis from that level. All right. Now, the reason why I started the analysis from there is because I saw that we had a failed high. All right. Now, why is this high a failed high? Because yeah, price came above it, so why didn't I call it a break of structure? Now, before you call a particular structure, note this down. Before you call a particular significant swing point a break, before you say price has given you a break of structure interacting with a particular swing point, price must, even if it's one candle, have to close above that particular swing point, above or below, depending on the trend. If it was a downtrend, I'll be counting below. If it's a uptrend, I'll be counting above. We're dealing with uptrend, so I'm going to count in above, right? So price is supposed to have come to close above it, no matter how many of the candles that interacted with the swing point here. No matter how many of the candles that come to interact with the swing point here, price was supposed to close above that particular, the highest point of that swing. But you can see that all of the candles that interacted with it, none of them close above that particular swing point. You can see that none of them close above it. So it is just a failed high. It is a liquidity sweep. All right. Price came to take liquidity from what? Equal low and equal high traders, support and resistance traders. So that is where the liquidity was taken, and price gave us that reaction there. All right. Now, first of all, before you even identify a break of structure, you have to be sure that the swing point you are looking at is a confirmed swing point. Now, to identify a valid swing point, you have to look at the left hand side of that swing point before the pivot and then the drop. All right. Now, if you look at this left hand side, look at the last significant pullback on this push. Now, the last significant pullback, or the first one, depending on where you're counting from. If you're counting from here, is going to be the first one, but I'm counting from the top side, right? From top down, the first one here. So it's the last one that happened before the move. So the last one, the last significant pullback is here, right? So the moment price comes to either sweep or close below that significant swing point, this swing here is that significant pullback, this swing here that originated the reversal to that inducement has been confirmed. All right. So the moment price comes to interact with this our inducement level here, the moment price comes to interact with it, our swing point here is confirmed to be a swing point. All right. So when price comes to that swing point again and close above it, we have gotten what? A break of structure. If price only sweep the swing point it is not a break of structure but a liquidity sweep. Here, we can go on the 1 minute time frame to look for a counter trend, or if you don't see a particular a strong rejection from the liquidity sweep, you can wait for further informations. All right. So before you identify a significant swing point, you have to look at the left hand side, identify the inducement. This is not an inducement. Why? Because this is an inside bar of this ginormous candle right here. The whole pullback happened inside. You see, it's not above, it's not higher than the highest point of the candle, and it's also not lower than the lowest point of the candle. So all of these are just inside bar candles, but this is a significant pullback. This is the highest point of the candle here, this is the lowest point, and price is below the lowest point, though it's not up to the highest point, but it's below the lowest point. So this is a significant pullback. So the moment price comes to interact with this significant pullback, the swing that brought price to interact with the inducement becomes a valid swing point. All right. Now, when price comes back again to interact with that swing, it either close above it like so and give us a break of structure, or sweeps just like it did and give us a failed high. All right. So this becomes a failed high. This is not a break of structure, right? Then we had to continue the price. We had to continue looking at price. So this is a failed high. This is not a break of structure. But what happened? If you look at this push up like so, right? We have this. If you look at this push like so, we had let's just okay like so and there, right? You can see that this push we are having what the first pullback, the second pullback. So the first pullback at least is here, right? It is the first pullback because this particular week are higher than this one, so this pullback is relevant. So this is the first pullback, which is what the inducement. So the moment price come to interact with that inducement, this swing becomes a valid swing as well. This becomes a valid high because price has come back to interact with the inducement on that swing high. So the moment price breaks through that one, it becomes a break of structure. Because we took inducement here and now price have come to close above it. So this becomes a valid swing. Why? Because we took inducement here. This also becomes a valid swing. Why? It took inducement here, right? So when price came to close above it, price came to close above this guy, right? Because it has become a valid high because it has taken inducement. So when price came to close above it here, right? You see price first, we gave a rejection, and then this candle is still a rejection because it did not close above the last rejection candle. But this ginormous candle confirmed the break of structure for us because it closed above. All right. So the moment price closed above, we have confirmed a break of structure from this guy. All right, break of structure. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky because now I'm going to talk about the change of character. Now, you can see that we are in an uptrend, right? The only thing since now, first of all, to identify change of characters, we have to look at two things, right? Or we can identify change of characters in two ways, all right? Now, the almost like, let's say, the most common way is when you look at price moving like so, and then interact with what a previous, this is a higher time frame. When price comes to interact with a higher time frame point of interest, and then people look at this one as change of character, like so. The last pullback before the interaction, when price comes through, it becomes a change of character. Then we go back to take internal liquidity and for execution, right? So this is one of the ways to identify change of character. When price comes to interact with your what point of interest. The point of interest can be an OB, it can be an order flow, it can be a previous swing high, just like this one. This is a previous swing high. So this is a point of interest. When price swept it, you can go on your lower time frame to look for this kind of structure for sell. So this is also a chalk on the lower time frame. But in this case, we didn't get the chalk on the lower time frame. Instead, we got the chalk on the higher time frame, changing the whole directional bias time frame. You need to look out, all right? Just like we looked there, and just like we had here. You can see we had it here, chalk. And then the guy he said, boss, this chalk, I don't understand it, right? So why did we get that chalk there? We have to pay attention to the structure now, all right? Now, the first low we had was this one. The first significant low we had was this one, right? This is our low, right? And then you can see price broke through this structure, significantly close above it. Price came back to take the inducement, confirming this swing high, right? Meaning we have a high, we have higher high, right? Then price pull back. The moment price pulled back and went back here, price only swept this place. Now, when price sweeps a particular when price sweeps a particular swing, the originating the originating swing, the originating low that push that sweep is not going to be confirmed to be a lower high or a higher low. Sorry, it's not going to be a higher low. Why? Because price didn't close above it. This low was only confirmed when price closed above this significant structure. That's when this low becomes a low, because price has gone to close above this structure here. You understand? Price have come through this structure like so and close here. That is when this low becomes confirmed. All right. So, but here, price did not come to close above it. Instead, price swept it, meaning this low is not confirmed to be a lower high or higher low. That those terms are confusing. It's not confirmed to be um, a higher low that is higher than the previous low. All right. Sorry about my, it's so early in the morning. This is just 7. I just tried to bring it to you guys. All right. So it's not confirmed to be a higher low because this push here did this what it originated did not break structure. It only swept liquidity, so it's not confirmed to be a higher low. Now, why? I've said you the why, because it didn't break the structure. Now, the next thing we have to look at is, where did price break structure? Here we had a break of structure here because price significantly closed above this guy, meaning our lower high shift from here to be this guy. All right, after this low we have this low, meaning price on its own, if you are looking at price based on just how price move with our rule, we only have something like so, like so, and like so. This is just internal structure because it's only swept liquidity, take did not close above the high. All right, so this is what we have. So this is our low, this is our higher low. All right, so the moment price come through this higher low, it has become a change of structure, because change of structure is changing from a particular trend to another trend. In the terms of uptrend, changing from higher highs and lower highs to higher lows and lower lows. Right? Am I correct? I said it. The terms are confusing, kind of, mixing them up in my own way. So the moment price close below this guy, we have gotten another change of character. Though, like I say, if you look here, there is no mitigation of any higher time frame point of interest. All right, this is a second way to identify change of character on your directional bias time frame when it comes to take the last significant swing point of your direction. All right, now when price so you can see when price gave us this break of structure, right? Price, we looked at this pullback as the relevant pullback because it's higher than the previous low, blah blah blah. So we have this relevant pullback here, which is our inducement. So the moment price came through it, this swing point became valid as well. All right, this swing point became valid. So whatever we're looking for now is for point of interest, so that we can take our price back to this level. But we got this one, right? This is another block valid. Price mitigated it. I didn't take this trade because it did not give me the 1 minute confirmation. I don't execute without the 1 minute confirmation. Now, price didn't. Why this one is not our significant low? Why is because price did not. You can see our significant high is here, right? The reason why this guy did this higher low did not come here as well for this one to be a higher low is because this push did not break any structure. All right, so this is not our, this can be our higher low. Our higher low is still represented here. Our higher low is still represented here because this swing point, this particular low that was created did not break a structure, meaning it did not become a confirmed higher low. All right, so when price was playing around here, there's no reason for me to look for sales yet because this is the low we had. This is the only low that is confirmed. If price would have come through this guy like so, if price would have come and closed above this, creating a BOS, a break of structure for me, this would have been the next significant low. And if price come through it like so, I would have been looking for sales from there. But since price did not come through this guy, I have to chill and wait for price to do what price is supposed to do for me. All right, either price comes, even from here I was supposed to be looking for buys, but I didn't identify any proper point of interest for me here to look for a buy. And also you can see there's definitely no confirmation on the lower time frame. All right, so the moment price close through this, the moment price closed below this guy, like here, you see this candle, that candle, the moment price closed below, and then we had a change of character right here. I'm sure someone also said it in the this answer here. See, after the previous boss, right, which is this guy, after this previous boss, right, the swing that took the IDM, which is the inducement, it did not go back to the originating higher high, so he couldn't use that as a chalk. I'm sure that's what I just said. So after this previous break of structure, this pullback that took the IDM, which is the inducement, this pullback, I couldn't use this swing as a chalk. Why? Because it did not go back to the originating higher high. It did not go back to create what? A higher high. So I cannot use this one as it's a relevant swing. I have to use this one. And then he said instead he used the previous swing that led to the previous boss. That is why the chalk is that wide. This is 100% correct. This is 100% correct. He knows what he's saying and he knows what I was doing. All right. So that is why I have to use this one as the chalk. Why? Because this swing point did not break structure. This is the one that breaks structure. So this is still our lower or higher low, lower high. You understand what I'm saying? So the moment price came through it, that's why our chalk is that wide. So the moment price came through it, we started looking for what? Sells, because price have closed below our significant low, creating what? Instead of we had what here? A higher low, right? Higher than the previous low. Instead of having another higher low here, price has done its thing and come to give us what? A lower high. So we have changed from higher low to lower high. We have changed from what? Higher low to downtrend. Sorry, to lower low, not lower high. These terms are confusing, so please don't judge me. All right. So we have changed from higher low to lower high. You understand? And also we have changed from higher high, right, to what? We have changed from higher high to what? Lower highs. We're changing from higher highs to lower highs. All right, we're creating lower highs now and lower lows. So the moment price gave us that change, I had to now look for my, you know, entry criteria, and I was able to get that trade right there. You can see I look at price coming to either mitigate the order flow or the order block, and then when it did, we had the lower time frame confirmation, and then we had the sell. And you can see immediately price closed significantly below it. This was already a break of structure right here. You can see the close is here, right? The close is here, so it is lower than the swing. So we already had a break of structure. So this pullback, this is the last pullback before we had a significant pullback. This is the first pullback, right? So this was the inducement. So the moment price took inducement, we are on our 50% chances of price going up. So this was our order flow and this was our significant order block, as you can see. So it's either price sell from here or comes to interact with our significant order block. So price gave us the 1 minute confirmation here and I was able to sell. So guys, I'm sure I've been able to explain to your understanding. Chalk and BOS. If the price doesn't close above it, it is not a valid BOS. All right. And then for the chalk, it is either filtered in two ways. It's either you filter the chalk on your entry time frame after price have mitigated your higher time frame point of interest, which is either a sweep like so, or an order block or an order flow from the higher time frame, or you also identify the chalk on your entry time frame or your directional bias time frame like this when price breaks through your significant swing points. All right. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you like the content, please don't forget to hit the sub button. Thanks for watching and stay highest.